So we won a super easy gulag, and now we're spectating randoms. You can see they do have a bounty that's close by for 8,000, and that's one of the things that's crazy. The first part of the match is kind of just like figuring out, searching the guys in the corner. Whoa, what's going on? And getting loot and trying to find the best floor loot possible, because the floor loot is so important in the early game. You're trying to get quote-unquote meta weapons, so you're looking for NZs, STGs, the type, the MP40, the PPSH. There's a lot of good options. Let's kind of see what's going on. Obviously, the loadout situation has changed things up quite a bit, because you end up with scenarios where people are fighting for getting the loadout like late. You can't buy the loadout to get the weapons you want. So you're kind of just stuck with this RNG factor. And I think people are really split on this, because for me, I'm all about removing as much RNG from the Battle Royale as possible. And then there's people who are like, well, true Battle Royale needs that RNG. Dude just got gunned from up top. Today's video does have a sponsored segment, which we'll do right now. So I got this crazy box from Mech Arena. We'll go ahead and check out what's inside. So it actually has a few different items. We got a little bit of a jersey here, which is kind of cool. I guess celebrate the new, oh, it even has my name on it. Oh man, that's actually pretty cool. A little bit of a little poster along with this little figurine, which is actually pretty cool. It comes with its own little base here, which has Mech Arena on it. You just attach it in there. So this is pretty cool. I'll probably put this in the back over there just because I think it looks kind of cool. Oh, looks a little, we got this little coin here. It's a big old heavy duty coin. Then there's a little book in here. It looks like it has all kinds of different art from the game, introduction, concepts, and all kinds of different little cool things that, you know, concept art from the game. And then we also have, the time is now, mechs are here. You have been invited to take part in the greatest event of our lifetime. Mech Arena Championships. Will you rise to the occasion? You'll have just 12 days to destroy 12 billion mechs, but you're not alone. You'll be joined by over 12 million other pilots worldwide to take on this challenge. Glory is not the sole motive. For each milestone of destruction, prizes will be unlocked and donations will be made to able gamers. This will be in support of their amazing work, making gaming more accessible, combating social isolation, and improving the quality of life for people with disabilities. You think you've got the skills to raise $100,000 for charity, win prizes, and earn a chance to pilot a real mech? Download now, assemble your squad, and we'll see you in the arena. Mecharena.gg. So thanks to Mech Arena for hooking me up with this, and I guess we'll see you guys there. Welcome back. So we can see here that this guy does already have a dead silence. He's rocking a little bit of a sniper with an SMG, I believe. And let's kind of see. He already got 10,000 just kind of moving around the map. This guy's level 48 already. So either played a little bit of Vanguard and then swapped over with that new season. Those levels did carry over if you played Vanguard. But if you're already playing Warzone and you never played Vanguard, I think you start at that level 1 that we saw earlier. Rocks are now mountable and gravel. You know, you can climb up them. This zone is a huge zone still. That's one of the things they've modified with the Vanguard Royale. Even for solos, the zones are a little bit different. The way the pacing is, it just feels a little bit slower to me. But like I was saying earlier, is like I think people are really split on how there's obviously a drop there. Somebody's going to be there, but on the other side, people are split. I think one of the things that made Warzone successful is it's the Call of Duty Battle Royale that's not really like a pure Battle Royale. And that drew a lot of the casual Call of Duty community, the people who loved multiplayer for many years. I think that sucked them into Warzone because it kind of changed the dynamic of what we thought was a Battle Royale. And then there's the Battle Royale true purists where it's all about looting, like Apex. It feels like a looter more than a shooter, even though there are a lot of gunfights. Same thing with Fortnite. It's more of about building, so that's their key mechanic, even though looting is pretty important in that. With their finite number of weapons, not like they have 120 weapons to choose from 3 different titles. It kind of changes things up. Perks, there's so many different dynamics, but personally, I think the loadout change really impacts the performance of the flow of the game. Obviously, something we got to get used to because I'm not the most pure Battle Royale fan. I'm more of a Call of Duty fan, and they're kind of changing the dynamic to mirror what other Battle Royales have done, and for me, that's a little bit less interesting. So gas grenade, he has a dead silence, he's kind of crouch walking. You can hear the chest underneath him. I hear footsteps. Was that the guy under him reloading then? Or is that just random sound effects? I know there's a lot of audio issues. I know there's game crashes. I know that people on console are not able to play. So there's a lot going on with this. That dude is fighting for his life over there. I'm able to catch this guy in rotation. It looks like one of them died. You can see the dots. One of them was there. One disappeared. So the big difference with this map is, even though it's a lot flatter in terms of not having these huge buildings, the big change is the elevation is always changing. So you're either running uphill, downhill, in some way on the island, and that kind of causes you to figure out how you want to rotate intentionally. So whereas before we'd rotate left or rotate right, and you kind of just pick what makes the most sense to you, now you kind of got to figure out, all right, which one will give me the most opportunity to have cover? Where am I going to rotate there from after? And I think a lot of these dynamics are slowly changing. But one of the things that is like way different too is the quantity of contracts. Like, look at just in this area. So you always have the ability to regain in larger game modes. You could stack up on money. And obviously now he's going to be able to go for that loadout. So let's see what they pull. Them being level 48, they probably don't have that too many weapons leveled. So for sure the main thing is perks. There is a vehicle on this side of the map. So you end up getting Ghost with an STG. And then he picked up the PPSH he already had. There is a lot of foliage, which makes it difficult too. Kind of spot enemies. Sitting on 10 grand. So he went off Ghost right off the bat because you're going to be stuck with floor loot. Most people are going to go up against. One of their weapons will be floor loot. He has chosen the recently buffed STG. Last night they put through a patch where they actually buffed it, where now it has a 60 round mag, which is going to allow it to compete, along with nerfing a bunch of other weapons that have been a little bit too strong from Cold War. And then also the Kar 98 got a swift nerf as well. So now you're going to have significantly more flinch when being shot at. All those explosions sound like footsteps. It's kind of wild. They need to tone that down just a little bit. Because some people are like, you can't hear footsteps in the game. I don't think they modified footsteps at all. I think just all the ambient noise is just way too loud.
Requesting recon overflight.
So you got a UAV. There's one guy up here, high ground. You can see the little arrow above the head. You can see the little half triangle. Oh, the guy's moving up the path. So you can imagine he's probably just following the road here. So he might be looking away from you. So if you move quick enough, you might be able to catch him here. Looks like he's there, like right around the corner here. There he is. There he is. Ooh, very good discipline there not to shoot if you weren't thinking you were going to get the kill. There it is. Easy. Oh, you missed. He missed too many shots there. Because look at, he fired 34 bullets. There he goes. He got the kill. He fired 34 bullets, which wasn't enough to kill. So there's clearly something off with the aim there. And one of the other issues that they've added, which I think they're eventually just going to scrap and remove because the outrage is going to be too high, which is bloom. And if you're unfamiliar with how bloom works, essentially, if you line up your shot, you have good bullet velocity with any MW or Cold War gun, and you fire the bullet once, the bullet will go exactly where you're aiming. You fire it again, it goes exactly where you're aiming. You fire it again, it goes exactly where you're aiming. And that is 100 bullets in a row will go exactly where you are aiming. With the Vanguard weapons, they've introduced this balloon mechanic that is in the multiplayer into Warzone specifically for Vanguard weapons with the accuracy stat. And what this means is if you aim at the same spot, same scenario, you shoot one bullet, it could go a little bit to the right. It could go a little bit to the left. It could go a little bit above that. It could go a little bit below it. It could hit it. It could go up. It could go right. And it'll never go in the same spot back to back to back to back to back to back. It just doesn't exist. I think they'll eventually get rid of that, scrap that stat, modify the recoils, and then maybe make that a stability attachment the same way Modern Warfare weapons did. And I think we're all good. We're going to have like 7 Vanguard weapons to choose from. That'll be amazing for range. Probably like 5 up close, in addition to the Cold War and Modern Warfare weapons. But they'll get to that point, right? We said the same thing with the suppressors and the barrels. I think they're going to end up doing the same thing. When Cold War came out, I was like, why don't you just copy Modern Warfare's blueprint? They ended up copying Modern Warfare's blueprint with the 5 milliwatt being the quote-unquote attack laser for weapons like the Swiss and the Pellington and all those. They completely modified it to match what we recommended in the beginning because we play this game daily. So he's getting beamed a little bit here. There's a vehicle behind him rolling up. He's got to get into here. He's going to be kind of pinched. So I think the key here is to focus on the Jeep because the Jeep's probably the bounty. He might slam the door. And, oh, that gun kills way too quick. If it's the PPSH, they said it's going to get nerfed, which usually means it's broken, so use it while you can. So very good floor loot. That is the best floor loot, close range that you could get. I would definitely get my ghost loadout if I got that one. Now he's got to rotate here. The guy is up on the hill. He couldn't hit the buy station again, unfortunately. If you're not on roads, these vehicles suck. This is a terrible... Yeah, you just get out of there. You're moving faster on foot. The wrong weapon to have out for range. There it is. So you can see he's rotating, and he's rotating smartly up the hill. There's a lot of different cover points. It looks like there was a guy on the right by that rock. So it looks like that guy's rotating. Oh. Nope, that's the air stuff making it look like it. But there's a guy right there. He's trying to work his way up. So still a lot of zone left in and only 20 players. And I think the pacing, with the way the map's designed, even though it is technically about 5 to 10% smaller than Verdansk, the layout makes it so that it plays completely different. And this is the part where it gets a little bit sketchy because, like, where the heck is everyone? Obviously, it's an in-game event, so cash drop is coming in. So you'll get more money if you need it, but, you know, will you need it? We're not going to be able to hit up buys. People watch those like a hawk now. But the potential of getting that would allow you to get a super UAV, which is 3 UAVs, which shows ghosted players now. And that's one of the biggest dynamic changes, I think, from the end of Verdansk, is they modified that stealthily under the radar, where if you call in 3, it will now show all ghosted players on the map. You can hear the gunfire in front of you. Now you're looking. You're looking for tracers. Also, a lot of people are, I'll just throw this out there because I don't want to do a full video on it. But if you use suppressors, any of them, or the subsonic rounds, that's going to keep you off the mini-map. They do slightly work differently, which are a little bit more nuanced. But if you want to stay off the mini-map, those are the 3 options you have. Either suppressor 1, suppressor 2, or the subsonic rounds. Specialist bonus. This guy getting luckier by the second. He's going to get beamed out. Somebody's watching this like a hawk. Oh, he didn't land on it. Wow, he's just going full send. Also, one thing that'd be interesting is to mark these when they land, because then you can see where people are without a UAV, because obviously if somebody opens it, it's going to disappear off the map. Oh, somebody... Okay, never mind. He just went out of range. This seems so dangerous. I don't feel like anyone would ever do this on Verdansk. Map looks great, though. Despite any flaws, or the pacing, or the loadout, all that stuff, I think the map actually looks really good. A lot of trees, which I feel is kind of a little bit lazy. Like, you just go pop, 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 trees everywhere. Which make it incredibly difficult, especially if stuff doesn't render properly. 15 players. Got to work towards a buy, I think. I think I would have tried to get this, and then rotated towards the buy. Get the 3 UAVs, find out where people are, and then choose the power position based off of that. Because as we've seen from these, there's usually only 3 people that we'll run into. Super Sweat trying to go for kills, and it's very obvious. They run like a chicken with their head cut off, running from place to place, jumping vehicle to bounty, vehicle to bounty, vehicle to bounty. Going for kills. If they win, they win. Holy, did somebody throw a heli at you, or what was it? No, that was a nade. Nades are super powerful now, because they buffed all the lethals. They're pretty good. And then we have somebody who tries to play it a little bit more traditional, where they start, they loot, they get a loadout, they slowly rotate in. They only get kills from people they coincidentally run into. They're not hyper aggressive in any way. And then there's people that are just camping and seem oblivious to what's going on. This guy's that middle, the middle one that I just said, where they play a little bit more conservative, and they rotate safely, and they're trying to go for a win. So yeah, specialist bonus. Oh, come on, he sees you. Oh my God, you're gonna die. He has head glitch. This dude threw. What is he doing? He threw. Oh my God. How? How does that even happen? So this guy got beamed. Somebody called a cluster in on them. He's getting plated. Oh. No, he needed to reload. Ooh, this guy is the super sweat we were talking about. He already has 16 kills. This is the super sweat. With 6 kills left, he can get a 20 bomb. That's nuts. So this is option 1 that we were looking at, which is the super sweat, where they're just going to play aggressively, try and get as many kills as possible. They're bunny hop and slide canceling machine. So you can see he has the 50 round STG with that little bit of a higher zoom optic there. So there's 5 other players. He's by a buy, so he could potentially bop the super UAV. You can hear the gunfighting away. Somebody just died, so they're up here to like the 180, 160.
Can we get area recon?
He's gonna do super. Yep. Find out. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That's everybody on the map. So all he needs to do is kill this dude. Does this guy have ghost? He might have gotten ghost. You see he turned into a dot with the arrow below him showing that he's lower elevation. So he's marking this guy. This is the guy he needs to kill, hold his power position, and then these 2 guys are going to kill each other right now. He just died. So there's 1 here, 1 there, and they can form a triangle. So he needs to get into this building, kill this guy, and take him out, but it could be a little bit tricky. Oh, he didn't buy another UAV. He didn't have enough for another UAV. He does have a stun, though, and he can third party. I think this is probably like a PR game for them. Like, in terms of the new map. He's like, let me just throw that. Smart. Drop all your ammo, so when you pick that up, you're good to go. Why did the guy drop a cluster on him? How did he know he was there? Must have had a UAV that we didn't hear. So there was a guy on this edge. Okay, they're dying. So somebody probably fought over here. This guy rotated over here, probably died to this guy. This guy must have done recons. Look at the odds of that. That guy is ready for the win. And I guess those are like a 4th option. You do recons and you set up for a power position. And this is where he might die. He got flame rounds, hit with flame rounds. And this is the part that you got to worry about your rotation. Rotating towards the left probably would have been a better option. And he might be dead here. Hopefully if the guy could third party. And there it goes. What an unfortunate way to die. This guy's posted up here. Oh, we got sniped. Ah, nice. Holy crap. That was an unfortunate. But look at how big that zone was still for solos. It's kind of crazy. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know how you liked it. If you did, please do me a favor. Hit the like button. If you're brand new, want to find your way back. Subscribe with notifications on. We'll see you on the next one. Thank you for watching. As always, have a great day.